What is up? What is up, everybody? This is Merc the Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Inc. I am Merc the Mike. I'm joined by my tag partner, Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And like always, we have tons of wrestling to cover. But first, we have our wrestling retrospect, and it was your pick. You picked Akira Hakuto. Did I say it right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I wanted to pick her because of the, you can tell that she has a big inspiration on, I guess you could say, current Josie style
Yes.
wrestling, excuse me,
Yes. Yes.
along with like all those girls from, I think it's like early, I mean, well, you can even count early WCW, but because a lot of them came over.
Yeah.
But the girls like Bull, the girls like Aja Khan, the girls like uh I can't remember the name of the lady. I just talked about her flying across.
Yeah.
But there's a whole crop of them, and I wanted to start here.
Yeah.
So the first match I have, this is actually WCW Worldwide. This is the 2 February 9th, 97. That's crazy. It is Medusa and Mako Satomura versus Akira Hokuto and Karu. I picked this one because the thumbnail was Mako Satomura, and she looks like Sakura from Street Fighter.
She does.
She is extremely young, fresh faced, but she has the red headband. I was like, geez, I've never seen her when she was young.
Yeah.
Um, this match is not very long, and you clearly know who the good guys are, who the bad guys are, because um, the ones out first, everybody's booing, and once Medusa comes out, it is USA, USA. Even though her partner is also Japanese, it is
Nice.
hilarious. Um, but Akira and her partner are extremely dirty during this match. They cheat nonstop and they are brutal and they beat the hell out of Meiko Satomura very quickly.
Yes.
Very quickly.
Nice.
And Sonny Ono gets involved
Oh damn.
because he's also responsible, remember, in the storyline as well for bringing over the Japanese wrestlers. So you got Sonny Ono cheating, you got the two girls already cheating. They had no chance. So Akira and her partner win by pin.
Nice. Nice. All
Dirty
right.
pin, I should say. Dirty.
I actually found one of their first matches, so I'll go with that one. Akira Hakaroto versus Miko Samatoro. The one I picked, I don't think it was 2001. It was 2001. Why it looks like in the 80s then?
I mean,
I
some of
think
them
they
are
post.
89 at least.
Yeah, I think
So
they
it might
posted
be.
this on 2001, but it is not 2001. Um, this is this bout ended in KO because they legit couldn't both. They both couldn't get out, and the way they finished the match is that they're both fighting to get up, and then one just drops back down. The drama they had with that was actually really good. The brutality in this match was just insane. Like, yo, this reminds me of a Suzuki-san like strong style match. Like this is exactly what we got off of this, and it was really strong hitting, strong hard hitting, trying to break each other's limbs, trying to break each other down. This and goes into a point that they both couldn't get up at all. They sell the shit out of it. They couldn't get up, and then they both fighting with each other, fighting to get up first, and they're both like struggling, trying to get suplex each other, struggling, trying to submit each other, and then it ended with Miko actually standing up and the other one falling down. That's it.
And for my second one, let's see if they have the dates. This is AJW Japan Grand Prix 1990. That is round one. Manami Toyota
Yep.
versus Akira Hokuto. And this is in Korakuen Hall, uh, 6/17/1990. And this is, I think, the start of. it's either the start or maybe the second year of the rivalry between these two. And I think this is like Konami Toyota is the Akira because number one rival. It looks like when you look at the history through this, the matches you see, there's a lot of compilations of them two fighting.
Yeah.
Um, and this match is interesting because Toyota comes out like she has to win the match or her life is over. She literally hits her with like five drop kicks in a row, tries to get up on her and gets countered into a submission. And instead of like even taking one bit of it, she scrambles like a mad person to the ropes. But I think this is because again, I don't know, but I think at this point she had no face paint or anything.
Yeah.
But I think Akira's reputation was for like a grappling, like she tears you apart on the mat because the picture for this one is 100% crab woman.
Nice.
It is Akira pretzeling the other woman in just the most disgusting way. She has her like the single leg crab, right? But instead of sitting on her back and holding her leg, she bends the one leg at the knee, traps the leg like that so the knee can't extend, and then sits on her neck. It's disgusting.
Nice.
And this is like so after the opening outburst, once they get on the ground and she starts grabbing her, it's a wrap. And the only reason it looks like I can't predict the actual end of the match, but the way it's seen was like the only way that Akira could lose was the way that it did happen was that she flew to the outside
Yeah.
and she destroyed her leg. Like she gashed it open and you could they do a pretty good job of covering it. But there's one shot when they show them on the ground, show her on the ground, and they're trying to like you know see what the hell exactly is going on and what they gotta do. And there's just a pool of blood. It's like, yeah. So this match had to be stopped due
Yeah.
to her getting injured on the outside.
Nice.
But for at least 5 minutes of this match, it is her dismantling that other woman on the ground. It is
Yeah.
painful to watch.
Yeah. My next match. This was on WCW TV. This is you have Medusa tag. I have Medusa versus Ika Sama Hiroto, and in a count out draw in a count out because Sonny Ono got involved and got knocked out, and then he had it coming though. He was trying to hit up on Medusa from behind. He popped her like twice in back of her head, and then she got knocked the fuck out. And then she carried him on her back out the ring, not
Yeah.
out the arena. Very good back and forth. Very good technician. Medusa was pretty solid in during this time too. I think they was trying to build something with the women's during the time. This was '97, so they were trying to build something, but they never capitalized on it at all. I think they lost the contract with the Japanese women wrestling with them, and they just didn't have it anymore. Um, so this was January 12th, 1997. This was part of Saturday night. So yeah, WCW Worldwide, because I know WCW Worldwide because it has the rotating ring. It has that
Oh
that
yeah.
round platform.
Somebody about to fall on their head.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. That's the how you could tell 100% is WCW like Saturday night because that's where the Disney where the Disney Studios that they recorded at.
Was that
No, Universal.
um yeah, about to say
Yeah,
Universal like or wasn't that like the old Nickelodeon before before?
yeah. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, yeah. But yes, a very hard hitting match. If you want to check out any of these matches, I'll post them on the Facebook page, so definitely check them out. But yes, it ended the double count out because Sonny Ono got knocked out, and she put him on her back and took him out the stadium.
Hmm. All right. I got the final one.
Yep.
This one is a little harder to get the information. It seems like it is February 16, 1997 at Hurricane Hall. It says Chigusa Nagayo and Akira Hokuto, and that is versus Karo and Meiko Matsumoto.
Nice.
So here she's fighting her partner from the WCW match.
Yeah.
Um, and this one, the her partner in this one, I swear she because she's a more masculine looking woman, which is a thicker build, but she reminds me of the guy with the mask in the man who erased his name.
Okay, I know.
Well,
All
what
right.
the like if you see her face, she looks like she's related to him
Yeah.
100%. And that guy has a very distinct face.
Yeah.
She is brutal in this match. And again, this is kind of the style for these federations. I think it's also AJ, was it AJW? Because
Yeah.
it's not like four letters. Oh, well, it does say Gaia Japan.
Nice.
So I want to say maybe that's the channel. It says Gaiaism
Yeah.
on YouTube, so you can check that out. So I think they have a lot of that era, like 90s, maybe late 80s.
Yeah.
Like I said, not for the faint of heart because they have one girl, and this is like even worse than how they do it today, where they have you in a tag match and it's just one person getting dominated.
Yeah.
The woman in the ring spends at least 10 minutes in the ring getting destroyed.
Damn.
Like they kick her as hard as they can, suplex her damn near on her neck, kick her at every in her back, in her spine at every opportunity.
Yeah.
They're doing double team moves on her, the most crisp spinning heel kicks to the face. Like everybody does arm bars disgustingly. So it's just like she's getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And even when her partner comes in, she doesn't even really get that much. So it's literally just like those two girls got their asses whooped for like
Damn.
15 minutes. I'm just being honest. That's one thing I noticed about Akira Hokuto is like I don't know if she had the Hogan contract, but it looked like she said in the middle of the match, that don't work for me, sister. I'm whooping your ass. Because it's most of her matches is her beating the shit out of somebody.
Nice.
So actually this one, they finish it with a cool tag team move where it's like a backdrop into an assisted missile drop kick because he holds the girl and the girl can't leave. And
Yeah.
she just kicks her right in the chest. Hell.
Nice. My final match is Akira Hoko versus Aja Khan. This was in a women's tournament final. This is AJW Super Women Great War. This had to be I don't have the date. Oh, 94. The November 20th, 1994. That's how the date I got. Oh, Dave Meltzer gave it a 4.5 star. Um, this was extremely hard hitting. Aja Khan, if you know her, she was one of those really hard hitting ladies. One of the bigger ladies too. That she boxed the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this one was a war. She bent her in ways that you should not be bent, and she smiled during the whole time, and that's fucked up. Like my toe is not supposed to touch my back of my head, but it
Exactly.
happened, and there's a lot of that in here. But it did slow down with a lot of submissions, but it got her. She got a big momentum back up. I guess she was babyface during this time too, because she got like extremely cheered for in this match, as an Aja
Okay.
Khan was getting booed. And her
Mhm.
costume was pretty dope. She had like a fucking demon face with all white on, and was stuff for nightmares because that shit is look creepy. But it's a dope looking suit and stuff like that. But yeah, the crowd was really into this match too. Like again, like it's old school Japan. But yeah, she got bent in places that it should not been bent before, and it hurt me watching some of those bending things because I was like, damn, I that looked like it hurt. She won a check and like 5 different trophies in a belt for winning this, and she has a big ass check for it too. So there you go. Congrats.
Got that money.
Yeah, it was a big check. I was like, all right, get that money. But yeah, her costumes, yeah, set up. Her costumes are pretty crazy. She has like the Kaduki mask that has like the
Oh, which
horns
one
and
is that?
shit with the red the hair and shit. Her mask are
Oh
really
yeah,
cool.
the Kabuki. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Asuka has like a chain version of it because hers is not as demonic looking.
I can see again, like her specifically. I can see the influence she had on a
Yes,
lot of people.
I definitely see in it. I definitely see it in Asuka.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. That's our wrestling retrospect. We'll have a new person later on this cast. We go to Weekend Wrestling. We kick off with Monday Night Raw. But before I would go into that, we had some kind of fucked up news in the way of Scott Demore getting fired from TNA.
But when they go into it into a little more in detail, it's not really anything negative on his part.
Yeah,
It really does seem like it came from a place of, hey, you was asking for too much. You got to go.
yeah,
Because some other people, and Tommy Dreamer spoke about
yeah,
what he could talk about
yeah,
on Busted Open. So you know it's not one of those scandally things.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I
It
mean?
wasn't that. It was just like I felt like their momentum was going really high, and then they were like, you know what? I want it's just like we don't want the credit only going to you kind of shit, and that kind of annoyed me. But
It's just they cut corners when they can. They all this is the problem in a lot of companies when they get somebody that's very big invested.
yeah,
Always look around for who can we replace and put one of our guys there.
yeah, and
That's apparently what happened when you hear about the guy. Because again, from what I heard, they know who the guy replacing him is because he's worked in and around that business for a very long time.
yeah,
So he was a corporate guy. Scott Demore was not a corporate guy.
yeah.
So that's what happens.
It's fucked up because
So
that TNA was like had a great momentum going out of there, and then that happening just like shoots it right in the foot.
it
It's fucked.
feels it feels kind of like what happened to NWA.
Yeah,
Like it had momentum, it hit a big speed bump, and then people was just like, "I'm out."
yeah, and I
I
feel
hope
like
that doesn't happen.
I
I
hope
hope that
so
doesn't.
too, but in retrospect also, it's like Moose is there because of Scott Demore. He wasn't. He would have went to WWE if it wasn't for Scott Demore being there. And
Wow,
like
gotcha.
there's some contracts there that I feel like may not stay there after once he's left. Well, depending on how things are changed or if anything changes at all. But I know personally a lot of those wrestlers are affected by it because again they saw him as a brother, they saw him as a friend, they saw him as a good boss and actually cared about his people. And if it honestly put it this way, if Scott Demore had the money of Tony Khan and had the reins of what he did with TNA, I think sky's the limit to what TNA could have done. But again, the Anthem's still a company. Anthem still wants profit and things like that. And it pisses me off too because it's like, yo, they got the Power Town figures coming out. They got like a lot of momentum going and shit like that. And a lot of these things happen because a lot of people have respect for Scott Demore. Like fucking Brian Myers is the one that got the toy deal, and but he did it because Scott Demore fucking like pushed it for it and it, like really showcased it. And I just hope it doesn't kill the momentum. We probably will not notice it for the next 2 months into the next pay per view because again they have shows recorded already. They have already
Hmm.
shows recorded, so we probably won't notice a difference until like the next month or so. But I'm a little sad that happened.
Same, same.
If I was AEW, I would get him as a like a booker as someone that can help run that company and get good morale with the backstage part of things. If I was WWE, you have a ton of people from TNA, and like you would collect almost all Team Canada being backstage there.
I know that's true.
The only thing they're
That's true.
missing is fucking TY.
Oh
No,
yeah,
EY, yeah,
yeah.
Eric Young. That's the only one that would be missing.
It's funny because he left because of Vince. So
Yeah, and
he's not here no more.
yeah, that's crazy. But I think anyone could benefit from him. because the morale he brings and the positivity he brings to the backstage and how much everyone loves him and things like that. Um, Hopefully he finds something good or helps someone build something because he has it in him to do it. So, and then the guy from Stardom, he's out too. I forgot his
Yes,
name.
true. That one that was last the week before, so we got to talk about that one. And nothing really changed between last week and this week.
Yeah, yeah, Rosie Agua. But that also is affecting Julia in a way. I think Julia is gonna help him get something going. So let's see what happens with that. So we go to weekend wrestling. Kick off with is this week? Nope, wrong one. Wait, um, my bad. I thought I had the right week. Scott Steiner is just like going crazy today.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, God damn it, raw results. Is this week? Yes, this week. All right, we kick off with Seth Rollins promo with Cody Rhodes.
Damn, that feels like forever ago.
Yeah.
What's up?
And but then it also goes into Drew McIntyre with his fucking T-shirt, which is the cover of this podcast.
Congrats to him.
Yeah,
Alright. He's the new top sheet T-shirt seller. Okay.
yeah. Great back and forth, great promos going around, and I actually really liked where they're going uh, with what he's doing. I think he's gonna be in that title picture, definitely.
I mean, he's the what they call the safe bet,
Yeah.
but there's a ton of room for surprises
Yes.
going into Elimination Chamber.
Yep. Yep.
One of them is named Dominic Mysterio. That's all I'm
Yes. We got a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. This is for opportunity to fight Pete Dunne and fuck, I can't think of his name right now.
saying.
Tyler
Tyler.
Bate.
Hmm.
Tyler Bate on SmackDown for number contendership. This match was fucking like straight out of like NXT Gold during the
Yes,
time.
sir.
Extremely good match. A lot of big pop, stop, a lot of big moves and everything like that. One thing I actually give credit to, also character wise, as much as we say like the New Day, they're doing like the matching outfits, shit like that. They showing like the decaying of New Day, as in their outfits looks like they don't give a fuck anymore. They're just trying to get momentum, and there's a lot of story in that. So I really enjoyed that match. Right, want to add
I
anything?
was surprised that DIY won, but I think that was more to get the match for Friday
Yeah,
because they haven't the main roster people have not got to see
yeah,
that tag team match, and I think they were treated to something special on Friday. So good,
yes, it was.
good.
Again, another like NXT
Yeah,
back in
yeah,
gold brand kind of style,
yeah.
which is great.
Yes,
We got the Elimination Chambers qualifier matches. You got Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. Really solid match. Got a lot of time. Becky Lynch wins.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised, but not surprised at the same time,
Yeah,
just because you think at some point you gotta start back up with Shayna,
yeah.
but it will not be now. So
Um, so we got Rhea Ripley interrupts the show. She pretty much encourages Nia Jax to come out, and Nia Jax actually comes out and does it, beats her ass because Adam Pearce was in the way. Really good promos, really good stuff. Just building that story, that title match for Elimination Chamber.
I wouldn't be surprised if Nia's enemies show up,
Yeah,
which are many. Just saying.
Yeah, sending for everybody.
Yes, I'm just saying everybody.
Everybody just gonna come and just
Because think
collect.
about it also. Think about it also. It's been this way with the fans for a long time, but technically the Judgment Day are bad.
Yeah.
But this match is technically two bad guys.
Yeah, two bad guys, but Rhea's gonna get a hero's welcome because it'll be in her home.
But I'm just saying, look at how it's already changed the perception because she at least in my eyes she's never truly been a villain because remember even when she was starting her championship, who did she beat? The person that everybody wants to see get beat, Charlotte.
Yeah,
So
that is true.
she's been an anti-hero,
Yeah.
not a villain, I'd say.
I'm actually looking forward to that match in Chamber. I
Hmm.
think that I have a big feeling that might actually mean event.
I mean, I don't see why the men's or the women's wouldn't. The chamber though,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the men's chamber.
I could see that, but if they're gonna put a title on the line kind of thing, I could see that being like again, especially because she's Australian and it's Australian pay per view.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's the going because it is on Australia. It's like once in a lifetime that is on Australia. I would like to see Bronson Reed in him. I hope he actually makes it into the match
I
because
don't.
I
Yeah, I
like
don't
to
think
see.
he's not. I don't think he's not going to qualify because I have a very good feeling that Bobby Lashley's story is not over. Remember, he
Yeah,
still has rivalries
yeah,
with
yeah,
the Cross's group, so I don't think they're gonna let him make it.
yeah. He ain't walking out. We got Akira Tozawa and Maxine Debris versus Ivar and Valhalla. Ivar Valhalla win. It was okay.
Yeah, it was nothing special. I think they do need to do more with them though.
Yeah,
A
I
little more rotation. I get that Ivar is by himself and
yeah,
Valhalla is stepping up, which is good for her because like she wasn't having matches for a very long
yeah,
time. But I think the rotation between Alpha Academy needs to change
yeah,
because it's constantly a back and forth between Tozawa and Ivar. And it's like didn't the rivalry already end?
yeah. I feel like they're putting this too long, and then also Maxine does need work, and I think you got to get her some reps outside of the ring because it's starting to be noticeable. And a lot of people are like getting on. She getting like, but give her some reps. She has the perfect people around her. Like give her reps and get her training.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just get her better. Cause she has the character down pat. It's just the wrestling wise, she needs to get better at it.
This is true. I think they should stop trying to force these people to do the most complicated move sets because again,
Yeah, I will agree with
there's
that
things that they
100%.
have her do, and shout outs to Botchamania. Some stuff I didn't pick up on and that happened in the Women's Rumble starring Maxine, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
you know, she is doing moves that I hated even Dana Brooke doing, and I'm
yeah.
like,
Give
stop
her the
making people do
basics.
these moves.
Yeah,
Stop making people do moves that depend on the other person carrying your weight to do everything. It's like
yeah,
just do what you know and do it well. Come on.
yeah. Stick with the basics. Don't go over. Don't show your cards. Show everything. Just go with the basics. Arm drags, hip tosses, body slams, leg drop,
Cross bodies and
elbow
things
drop.
like that.
Yes, things
But
like
you ain't
that.
gotta
Stace.
you ain't gotta know spinning head scissors. Like that's not who you are.
Yeah,
Like come
you're
on.
not there yet. So yeah, do the basic shit. I think you'll get more credit doing the basic shit and doing it well than doing some outlandish shit that you gonna mess up.
Yeah, just it's it's something that I think I forgot who it was. Oh, the Chelsea.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
heard the Chelsea Chris Van Vliet, and like that's the one thing I think that really stands out, and will stand out even when she's not wrestling anymore.
yeah,
And about Chelsea is that she is 100% one of the best character wrestlers
yeah,
of either, you know, men's or women's.
yeah. She's been killing it.
And like that's an example she should get with because Maxine has the character part, but like you don't have to kill yourself to get over. You know.
No, exactly. I think she works again. She could work smarter, not harder, kind of thing too.
Mhm.
Like it's
Mhm.
again, picking and choosing your move set and stuff like that. But again, you're new to it, and you're 100% new to it, and it's okay to be new. That's why I stick with the basics. Stick with arm drags, hip tosses, body splashes, like body drops, like cross bodies, things that are 100% like you're not gonna fuck up.
Mhm.
And then you build onto that. And once you get comfortable in it, then you add the head scissors. Then you add like a tornado DDT when you get better. But till then, don't do it.
This is true.
And again, you have the perfect people to teach you better too. Like you have Gable on your side and Otis, and them two are Greco-Roman wrestlers and shit like that too. So give them the reps and give her the time to actually work. I wish she works more like dark shows and like live events more because I think she could get better. She has the potential, she has the heart to do it. So
She
that's
probably do.
something that yeah,
Again, we don't know. We don't know that. We don't go to house shows, but she
yeah,
probably do.
yeah,
It's just that her doing extravagant move sets.
yeah.
It's like relax. It's okay.
Stick with the basics. Um, the Miz versus JD McDuggan. Um, this also
Another
had
solid story match.
our truth still like part of the still messing around with the New Day with Judgment Day. The Miz wins. The Miz wins. Uh, it was great. It was fun.
Yeah. What can you say? It's just that they are being consistent. I do like that the Miz is thoroughly confused,
Yeah,
but he has not abandoned his friend.
yeah,
He's like, "What the hell are you doing?" but he'll still do the golden truth little pose with him and whatnot. So it's all good.
yeah. Backstage, Imperial told Pierce that everything better be better, good for Gunther's 600 day celebration. Braun Breaker interrupted their proceed, and the Raw General Manager started his pitch to acquire the former NXT champ. Then you had Gunther's 600 day celebration, and it got interrupted by the main event. Jey Uso looking at the IC title.
Why not?
Why not? Shout outs to R Truth working like John Cena and the end of SmackDown on Gunther. It's fucking great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm all for that. If they don't go Jay winning the IC title, I'm all for Truth fucking beating Gunther for the IC title.
It'd be the best thing ever. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm all 100% behind that, and I think the crowd 100% is behind that too. Because
Hmm.
if you actually watch the clip and how loud the crowd got for him, that shit was awesome.
They was cheering for him on Friday, and he
Yeah,
wasn't even wrestling.
yep. Uh, Nick Mysterio.
There was a good idea floated around of what if Dominic is in the chamber and R2 gets in the pod with it's in the pod with him.
Yeah,
And it's like you can't be here. He's like, well, he's Tom and I'm Nick.
there you go. We got the women's tag team titles match. You had Kaden Carter and Katana Chance versus Kabuki Warriors. Solid match. It
Yeah.
got some decent time.
The rubber match.
Kabuki Warriors
That's
win.
the rematch, which they said don't they're not supposed to be no more of those, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, it's a different era.
I didn't say that. Some other guy said that.
Yeah. The main event was the Bull Rope match. Cody Rhodes versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Very violent match for Monday Night Raw main event. Again, I think Rhodes and Nakamura has good chemistry. Cody Rhodes wins. But not till the end where Drew McIntyre beat his ass.
Yep, pretty much. So that has me wondering why Cody hasn't come out when Drew was out just talking trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Interesting.
we'll see. As
He's
the
getting
story
slapped up all
trends.
over the place, apparently, man. Damn, he can't catch a break.
Nope. All right. We go to what you're rating on Monday Night Raw.
I'm gonna say A minus. I'm gonna say it was a pretty solid show. I'm gonna say it it didn't really have me wanting for much. I mean, maybe the weakest thing was the Valhalla Ivar mixed tag match. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'll go Iron minus there. It was solid. It was good build and good story. We go to NXT. NXT, we kick off with Carmelo Hayes, Stay Silent, and Nathan Frazier, and then we go to our first match of Nathan Frazier and Axiom
We-
versus Malik
We're not
Braid
gonna
and
skip
Judgment
over it.
Mathis.
They gave him 5 minutes out there, and they damn near booed Carmelo out the
Yes,
building.
yes, they did.
He is the ultimate villain right now. He is right up there with you let the people who know who he is start booing wherever he goes, he's gonna be like Dom Mysterio.
Yeah,
Just
yep. I never trusted that jacket.
he was possessed by the jacket. It's a symbiote.
I never trusted that jacket. I knew it was no good when he started wearing that jacket. Um, it was really good stuff though. I really enjoyed it. Um, and then we have Nathan Frazier and XM versus Enough and Blade. Very good match. That shit was crazy.
Mhm. I
Shout
like
outs to
the
Brian Saxon on the commentary team too.
yes sir. I like the confidence that's coming from Enofe and Blade. Much different from when they started, if you notice.
Yep, it's good stuff. We go to Dijak calls his shot against Dragunov.
Calls his shot and asks him the ever important question: how's your broken nose? What?
Pops him in the
Don't ever let anybody ask you that question.
head.
Just saying.
And
Just
then we
saying.
go Lexus King versus Raleigh Osborne. This also had a backstage stuff with the
Mhm.
calendar selling out and all that stuff. King wins.
He wins because uh, Riley Osborne's uh, his muse was not in the crowd.
Yes.
She left him high and dry.
Um, I actually like King's finisher.
Yeah, it's
It
not
looks
bad.
cool.
He's a
Carmelo, go ahead.
I love it.
Yeah. Carmelo Hayes explains his actions. He finally actually starts to talk. He also plays around with the crowd with Trix Mello's music hitting, and he's like, "Ah, you're a bunch of gullible bastards."
Just saying, evil. What's going on? What's going on with this man?
Solid A for the promo. Solid A for controlling his emotions and connecting with his character. Um,
He
it,
said, I want to point out one thing he said. He said Trick is in the hospital with Booker T singing that stupid ass song. That had me dying. Damn.
I just hear Booker T while he's getting surgery.
No,
Yeah.
I like the thing. Booker T's in the hospital. He pulls the curtain to the side, and there's Trick right there with his leg up. And they just sitting there going, what? Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's funny. We had a promo video for Canela Jordan. That was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Um, we got Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice. Solid
That was
match.
I think it needed more knives, but I think Roxanne was pretty upset. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And we got Last Legend and Jakira Jackson versus Fallon Henley and Warren Sinclair.
That was a good
Um,
match. I like the and I'll be honest, I like the tag match not the tag match. I like the tag match that yes, but I also like the promo before it.
yeah,
The metaphor promo before it. So it was pretty good.
good stuff. And Fallon Henley just been on a losing streak after having that big win over Tiffany. So see where that goes. We also had Josh Briggs just hit Bronson reality check. Said check yourself, stop being a crybaby backstage.
Hmm.
And then we have Adria Dragunov versus Dijak. And they beat the shit out of each other. Dragunov defeats Dijak.
They gave basically another pay-per-view level match.
Yeah.
what what 2 days after
Yeah.
for them rather. Yeah, 2 days after.
Yep. Yep.
So good God,
Yes.
put some respect on Dijak's name is all I'm
Yep. Yep.
saying. And also put some respect on Joe Gacy with the boxing glove.
Yeah.
What a stick.
Yeah, that was actually pretty funny.
That's
It's
so
a sucker
stupid.
punch.
Uh,
NXT, what you give it?
I'm gonna give it an A. It was good. It,
Yeah.
it was great. The matches were great. Villain Mello was great.
Yeah.
That's Casey with that stupid ass boxing glove.
Yep. Yep.
And Byron Saxton on commentary.
Yep. Yep.
What more can I ask for? Come on.
Yep. Yep. We go to AEW Dynamite, and we kick off with Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Adam Page. Extremely good match. It
Yes,
went to
sir.
a time limit draw, and they're both going to be fighting Samoa Joe for the world title.
Yep. And that's unexpected. I like it. The match was solid. I like the aggression. Uh Especially from Hangman. We know Swerve's been like that, but Hangman I just been needing to see him prove this mustache to me.
Yeah, your
You
mustache
got
is
you
weak.
gotta have you gotta have the toughness at 80 plus. You can't have no toughness below 80. So I need to see it. So
You have 100% mustache. You showing me 80.
yeah. So it's working out. He's showing me he earned the mustache.
There you go.
Joe not happy though. Joe's not happy.
Joe is not happy, but really good match. Really good match. Tony Storm versus Red Velvet. I think this is also a pretty decent match. Tony Storm beats her, but it's also had storyline parts with Gianna Peraza being at ringside.
I think most improved since she came back has been Red Velvet. Because before you could really tell she was new. Now she looks like she's not thinking about everything so much anymore.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And it looks like second nature, and she's solid. So
she's looking
okay.
more comfortable. Yeah, I agree with that.
Hmm.
Um, we go to BCC versus CMLL. It was a good match. BBC won. I kind of knew that was gonna happen.
See, the one match I did not see. I didn't get to see this one and the last one.
Yeah. If you do see your little singing voices, it's Doom. Doom is singing right now. She's having a little concert right now, and yeah, you may hear her. We go to anything else? What's they at here? Chris Jericho versus Takashita. That was a solid match. Takashita wins.
Okay. Okay.
And then the main event was a tornado tag team match. It was Big Bill and Ricky Stark versus Sting and Darby Allin for the tag team championships. And your winners and new tag team champions is Sting and Darby Allin.
Congratulations.
And then it got interrupted by the Young Bucks at the end, and they beat the shit out of Sting's sons.
That looked like Sting 1 and Sting 2.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Um.
I hope. I mean, as big as those boys are, they have to be wrestlers. But and you know what they should do? They should wrestle as the faces of Sting.
Yeah. I know they don't wrestle. I know they have they have gone in the ring before, but none of them are professional wrestlers or even trying to be professional wrestlers. I think one's a lawyer actually. Um. So there you go. AEW Dynamite, where you give it? I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't get to finish it, so
Oh, you didn't get to finish it? Alright. I'm gonna go solid B. I think it had strong matches. I don't know where some of the storylines is, and I feel like some things are lost with AEW. But at least the like the main event, like world title scene looks solid. I'm happy with what they're doing with that. Tony Storm, Deanna Peraza is looking pretty solid too because you're getting some people actually getting some TV time, which is really good to see as well. Um, so yeah, I'll go B.
okay.
We go to. I did not get to watch TNA, so I'll probably have some like a review thing back next week when I actually catch up with it. I also didn't watch Collision, so we could probably skip Saturday night as well. I don't unless you saw anything from it.
No, no, did
No.
not.
We did have that big WrestleMania press conference on Thursday, which was like a show of itself because it had the whole thing with the bloodline. It had Rock going full heel with the bloodline and everything like that, which is actually pretty cool. It did have Rhea Ripley and Bianca have some words with each. Rhea Ripley and not Bianca. And Becky Lynch had words with each other as well. Sadly, the one that was missing was Bailey and her Royal Rumble win, but CM Punk actually posted that, and I respect that as well. But also, CM Punk and Big E being on commentary was fucking hilarious because they kept fucking getting in trouble. Shit.
Yep.
Um, and the view of CM Punk's like, yo, if that was me, I would have punched him in the mouth. And you see Rock looking in their direction because he had a live mic when he said that. It was fucking great. But I think that all was like connected to each other, and I think it was all. I think it was really well done. It was a way to shut the fans up and like, look, you're getting it, shut up. And then going into SmackDown, that's how we start. We go into a clear thing of it's going to be Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania, and that's going to be the main event. And Triple H saying words still about The Rock and having him know his role, and it doesn't matter what he wants, using his promos against him and shit.
Well, that's his fault
Yeah,
for trying to hem up Triple H backstage.
yeah,
So, a lot of things came from that one show.
yeah. It was good.
A lot of story pieces,
Yeah,
a lot of little, again, the wrestling memes
yeah,
already of Rock in front of the giant screen, and this the tons of things that people are making from that.
yeah.
The Cody getting slapped in the face.
It's getting shit slapped out of him, and then the family
Ah,
tree showing people that are not in
I need that
WWE.
graphic.
Yeah,
Also, shout outs to Drew Gulak because he was saying somebody asked him, "How'd you feel about the Rock's PowerPoint presentation?" He said 2 out of 10. He said only one slide. Get
yeah.
out of here.
One big ass family tree.
It's like he's wasting PowerPoint transitions.
Yeah.
So
So they kick off with that. They also talked about that the Elimination Chamber is gonna have some participants that's gonna fight for spots at the chamber. So Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Ivar, Randy Orton, Dominic Mysterio, The Miz, LA Knight, Sami Zayn, Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and Big Bronson Reed. They're all gonna be fighting for spots in that chamber. And then we kicked off with a qualifier match, which was Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles, working double time, and this was a hell of a match. This was actually a pay per view quality match, and Drew McIntyre
yes, sir.
wins.
He won because of
LA Knight.
LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he actually did add to that match.
Yeah.
On the commentary, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Then we go to chamber match qualifier Bianca Belair versus Mi Chen, and this was actually a really good match as well, and they killed it.
Yep, definitely not as long, but it was more intense than you would think for a match of that time length,
Yes.
which I think was a good showcase once again for Michin,
Yeah.
and then once again for Bianca.
Yes. I agree. We go. Bailey discusses splitting from the damage control. I actually love the whole segment with Dakota Kai being part of it, and then her leaving Bailey in the ring with the
I
other
don't know how
three.
to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about Dakota. She did not look convincing to me
No,
because she looks sneaky as hell.
she's behind. She's the mastermind.
Probably because when she pulled that chair out, there's no reason she had to stand there and hold it and wait.
Yeah,
Thompson, character work is there for a reason.
she's the
Or
lady in the chair. Well, she was in the chair.
But I'm just saying, like, she's not stupid or nervous.
Yeah,
She knows what she's doing.
yeah,
They playing Bailey, man. They
yeah.
playing her.
Number one contender for the tag team championship. You had Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne versus DIY. This was straight out like NXT Black and Gold, and it was fantastic.
Yes, sir. Match of the night for me. Very, very solid match. Like you said, shades of black and gold, but also it's good to have Pete Dunne back. Jesus Christ. It's so
Got the
good to have
lugs.
Pete Dunne back.
Got the lugs.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of those, man. We gotta change the put some pants on. Why you
Yeah.
out there wrestling with his drawers on?
um, I think Balor's gonna have some flashbacks of Dunn breaking his fingers.
This is true. This is true.
And then we go to our main event, which was the Elimination Chamber qualifier match with Sami Zayn, Randy Orton. This match also pay-per-view style match. Orton defeats Zayn to advance in the chamber.
Yep. And the one thing that don't want to forget, uh, are the promos they had for before the match,
Yes.
and they were both very, very good. Sammy out there making a very, very good case for himself, but
Yeah.
he did not win.
Yeah.
Randall Keith.
It's,
Randall Keith.
it's in the chamber.
So then we have the stare down also.
Yes.
Drew McIntyre and Randall.
Yep. So
And that's
two
what
big
a
boys.
throwback to what from when they were champion back in when Randy was champion.
Uh.
Wasn't that like when he took the belt from Bray,
Yeah.
and then his next feud was with Drew,
Yep.
and
Good stuff.
then didn't he throw Drew off the cage, or was it vice? No, yeah, he threw Drew off the hell of the stuff.
Yes, he did.
So they definitely don't like each other.
Yes. SmackDown, what do you give it?
I'll give it an A. Definitely
I'm gonna
very
go.
solid. Lots of explanations for everything going on. I'm not in the dark about anything really.
Yeah.
Right? Good
Yep.
matches, excellent matches. Actually,
Yeah.
all the matches were great. So
All right.
yes, sir.
I'm gonna go A as well. I thought it was a really strong show and good way to kick off WrestleMania. The road to WrestleMania. Um, Collision I did not watch, so I do not have anything on that either. So we move on to the podcast we listen to. Shout outs to Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. They did a big review of the retro style figures that came out and their big rubber guys this week. CCV had Chelsea Green. Extremely good, great conversation. Definitely listen to that
Mm-hmm.
one. Um, I think that was one of my favorites this week. I know Jericho had someone too, and I didn't get to listen to it yet. But I meant to listen to it. I think no, he had no. I did listen to it. Tony Storm. He had, and Tony Storm was in full character.
Yes, yes, I did hear that.
That was actually quite funny. That was a good. That was a good one. Anything else to listen to? Lance Storm on CCV as well. That was actually a really good one.
Gotcha.
All right. Go to wrestling in retrospect. It's my pick this week. Let me just double check if I didn't pick him yet. Just want to make sure if we didn't pick him. I thought we did. Uh, we did not. Okay, so I'm gonna go Lance Storm. Just make sure. Yeah, pick Lance Storm this week. He has some really good
Mm-hmm.
matches. ECW had a lot of great ones too. I think the Lance Storm match I picked was with RVD, and when we picked RVD as that's the person. So yeah, Lance Storm would be our wrestling retrospect.
Okay.
All right, we'll wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Battle Podcast. Thank you for listening. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Mark the Mic. Also follow my TikTok. I do random posts on there. And then follow Wrestling.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. Wrestling Clinic. That's Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and we got a WordPress. So check it
Yep.
out.
Peace out, laters, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.
Laters.